Welcome back to a new episode of City Skylines. So, in previous episode I failed what I called my mission very bad. I tried to reach 4,000 population, but I just reached, pretty much like 2.6 thousand instead. But it's mainly due to it's called realistic population mod. So, I think it's good in the way that in low density houses, so if we, for example, pick this house, it's just one household, and it's not like in the general game where it can be like up to 3-4 households in such a small house. I mean, that's not realistic, right? But also with this mod, when I reach tall buildings like high density, so 6,500 population, I can have high rises with up to 100 people living in one building. And I think that is great because in the previous, like without the mod, there would still be so little people working and living in skyscrapers. It's like insane. So I got that mod and I'm really happy with it, although it makes the start a bit slower. Sorry. So right now I'm building more houses. Don't care about how the roads and parks and how attractive the areas are, because I just want to increase my population so I can have these high rises and tall buildings. You know what? I am going to like put a road over here so it makes it easier to go to this residential area without like every single one going off in the same place and going on in the same place. Like ease the traffic up a little bit. This should be enough. And some free form like that. Great. Put in some more houses, I guess. Yeah, everybody don't have water, only have. And hopefully in this episode we can see the population grow. And is someone using this? Probably not right now, but I think this will be very effective when the city grows. I guess that most people is going for the industry. He's not even going to my city. And he's not going to the city either. Let's follow this truck. He's going to my industrial area. Or is he? The owner is Las Vegas, which is another city, so he's not in my city either. And yeah, it seems like most of this traffic is transit. It's like just going through and they have nothing to do with my city. So that's a little bit of a shame that it's not my citizens using these roads, it's just people coming from other cities going to another city. So yeah, it has been built up quite nice here. Let's see, can I build some public buildings like a high school? Yes, I can build a high school if I just had some more money. And I'm not even close to have enough money, and I've used both of those loans, so you know what, I'm going to cross the river and build some more industry in this ugly area. Do it like that up there. No one has water here. So pretty much I try to save the money and in the same time I am trying to make my city grow. So it's like two things that's not very good to each other. I mean, it costs money to increase the size of my city, and also if I increase the population of my city, I will earn money more and faster. Although it feels like it's going to take a longer time because I'm building that. I mean, it's a small city, it needs to grow, so I just have to live with it. It seems to be very low demand on everything in my city, so hopefully that is going to change as soon as I can afford my high school. Because it felt like when I put in the first schools and fire station, it felt like my city had a little boost, so I hope for the same effect when I can build my high school. Oh, it's a car driving over here. It's at least one car less going through here. So that's good. So much traffic and they are all just going through. They are not going to my city. Guess that I'll do something else than a big roundabout here in the future, so most of the traffic just goes across here and the people going into the city or into the industry areas going like on highway ramps. But I mean, I have so much to do and so little money, so that has to wait. And also I want buses to my city, but it's just so many things I need and so little money to do anything. But you know what, it looks like I can increase the size of my city now, because I'm start to lose a little bit of population, and also I have some money. I mean, it's not enough to build a high school by far, but it's still some money and I can do something with it. And then I'm going to do it. Because it's for the greater good of my city. Can we make with one road here? Do like that. And like that. I would say that's good enough. And I just don't want buildings to be built on the other side of the road because I like the look of those cliffs and I want to keep them. Like a little bit of nature along the river, and then it's just a city that's going to absolutely take over when you go away from the cliffs. I really like that look. And especially when I get higher buildings, I think it's going to look great. I mean, now it's not that special because it's all low density housing. And I mean, it doesn't get the same effect with those buildings. So I don't want to connect this to this bigger road because I want traffic to flow quite easy through there. You know what? I'm going to place a road here, and then I can fit in some more houses. And didn't work. That's fine. And now just wait and see when our new zones is going to be new houses. I mean, it looked like it was quite a high demand for houses, but now it's all gone. Feels like I put out way too much zones for houses. But I mean, it's getting built, but it's getting built quite slow. Also on this 6-lane road, I mean, it's quite little traffic, so I think this road is going to work quite fine even in the future. And this off-ramp is good enough for now anyway, so that's good. And it's pretty much just the transit traffic that's going to make a mess with the traffic on the highway. So like, except for the highway, I would say that I have no real traffic problems. But the highway is already a mess. And shit. I totally forgot about the power again. Just keep forgetting power situation. You know what? Since I've used both loans, I just put it here. It produces 8. So yeah, we're fine for now again. And I guess soon we have 3,000 population. Just losing population due to the fact that with a power shortage. This road is going to wait, but eventually I'm going to connect it over here. Just like have parks, high buildings here. I think this island is going to look really good, like it's going to look like I have really tall buildings just going up from the river. I think that's going to look really cool in the future. But it feels like we need to put some more episodes into just getting to the stage where we can start build high density buildings. Which is quite sad, because I would like them right now. And also like start building up here, unlocking some parts of the desert. I think that would be great as well. But yeah, now we can't do pretty much anything. But we are getting there slowly. But I mean, 4,000 is not enough. We need to reach 6,500. And then we can have these high density buildings, high density commercial and office zones. And when I have the office zones, I'm probably going to replace most of this dirty industry. And if I'm going to need some of this industry, I'm going to put it out in the desert. Because I want, like, the part of the city that's along the river, that should be like the most good looking part of this city. So let's see, how's the situation with the loans? Yeah, we haven't paid back any of them. I think this loan is just for 20,000. But you know what, I'm going to try this. I'm going to pay off this loan, and then I'm instantly going to take a new loan with this Silver Sunset Bank. And hopefully I can afford to build a high school. I'm going to try it. And yeah, now we can build a high school. Great. I think we still have more residential on this side than on this side, so best case would be if I can build it like here and it covers this part of the town as well. Not going to build buses right now. Doing the high school. And yeah, I can't even see how much it's going to cover. It covered most of the residential area, so I think that was quite a good placement. So now we have our first high school in this town. So that is great, and hopefully this high school should start giving some effects on the population of the city, so more people is going to move into this town and the population is going to increase, and soon we can have 4,000 people. So we have currently 578 out of 1,000 people in this school, so it's working quite fine, and it seems like it was a needed building. Yeah, they're starting to build up around the high school again. That's great. Put in some more housing here. Yeah, they don't have water. Now they have. And our population is starting to increase again. And we are pretty much like 900 peoples away from reaching the next stage for our city. Just going to make zones here, but still going to be a little bit careful so I don't build more zones than my city needs. And since we're pretty much just waiting, we can follow this scooter and get a little bit of... Oh, you didn't go far. It was quite boring. And this guy is driving home, so it's probably not driving that far. Let's see if we can find a small car in the industrial area, because then he's probably going quite a bit. That guy is parked, that guy is parked. Let the time flow, I mean. Yeah, let's follow this scooter. Yeah, and there goes the highway, and it just disappeared. It disappeared in the traffic jam. Oh, just unmark you. So cars actually disappear if the traffic is going too crazy. Or this scooter probably was just run over by a truck and he died. That's maybe another version of what happened. It looks like... Oh no, it's more like residentials anyway. I know that's too far, but I just wanted to connect nice. That was a bad connections, but yeah, I don't care too much. Like in the future, probably I'm going to do a whole lot of changes. Because now it's pretty much just to get the population up. None of you at quarter. Is that enough? It's so cheap to fix it, so I could do it right away. And this little commercial center looks quite alright. Should I waste some money to put in a park here, do it more attractive since it's a bit of town? I think I'm going to do that. You know what? I'm going to put out a parking lot. Put it there. And since it's just a ugly little space here, I can see if I can put in a sidewalk. I can. That looks nice. And hopefully instead of parking on the street like these three guys, they can park in the parking lot. And you know what? I'm just going to see if they're going to build some buildings there, because I think that could look good with some buildings there and just not dead grass right here. There's still a population need in this city, and I've built all this area up, so put in more houses. That's what we need. The only thing that we need is more people and more houses. So that's what I'm going to do. Since the city wants the same things I do, I'm very happy with that. Like that. Just let them build up this part of the new residential area, and then I think I'm going to end this episode quite soon. But as you can see, we have like gained quite a bit of population in this episode as well, so I guess it's not impossible to reach 4,000 people in the next episode anyway, because we are less than 750 people away. And since it felt like we've gained almost like 700 people in the previous episode and in this episode, I think that should be possible. And also it looks like the city's growing quite nice now. I mean, the gain is up to in the 40s instead of between 0 and 15. So I think the city is going quite well now. So you know what, although this area is not fully grown, I am going to end this episode right here. So see you guys in the next episode. Bye!